best crotch rocket sport bikes for under $3,000. All right. Now, if you're talking under $1,000, you can't beat this puppy. Seriously, I love this thing, and I got this thing for $400. I got both those for under $1,000. So welcome to the next Motovlog, and we're going to be talking about the best dirt bikes, dual sport and off-road, and the best street bikes for under $3,000 for new riders. Oh, that's music to my ears. Alright, best bikes for under $3,000. We'll start with the dirt bikes. And all four manufacturers, Japanese manufacturers, all four of them make dual sport bikes that date back to the 90s or the 80s even. Maybe even earlier. All of them. So the Kawasaki, they got the KLX, the KLR. Yamaha's got the XT and the WR, and these are dual sports. Suzuki's got the DR series. Oh, watch this. Music to my ears. Yeah, Suzuki's got the DR, and then Honda's got the CRF, and I forget what the other one's called. But so you can find, you know, like I said in one of my other videos, my first dual sport was a 1996 Suzuki DR 125. It wasn't even the 200, it was the 125. 1996, got it for under $1,000. It ran. It even ran, but it broke down. See this guy? Does anyone see this? Does anyone see that? That's motors, and we'll be talking about more motorcycle safety. Make sure no one pops out their door. That's another thing about motorcycle safety. You got to be careful. If this, we'll be going down this one street and it's really narrow. It's not as wide as this one, and you can get a door to the face. Oh, watch that guy. So you just gotta be careful. Even if I wasn't going that fast, that guy could still jump out in front of me. You just don't know. Look at that guy. How do you even get up on the curb? Alright, so yeah, I got that Suzuki DR125 for under $1,000. It ran, but then the carburetors got gummed up. And that was before I knew how to do anything. So I ended up getting that fixed. I forget how much it was, but it wasn't that much. And then I ended up selling it once I got more money for a newer bike. And not just the Suzuki DR, but you can get the Yamaha XT and the KDX from Kawasaki, which dates back to the 90s and the 80s. So you can find those older bikes from the 90s. All carbureted for under $3,000, and probably even way less than that. Especially like the 250s. The Kawasaki, they make the KLR, I think it is, and that thing can date back to the 90s too. You can get those for under $3,000. Wait, probably even like closer to the $2,000. We're talking US dollars here. Honda's dual sport, the CRF, I'm not sure how long it dates back to, but I think you can find those, the newer, even like the newer ones, like in the $2,000 range. but I forget what all the models are called. And then you have, we're talking about dual sport enduros. And then all the manufacturers, they have the off-road bikes, which you can only ride off-road. They don't have the turn signals and the speedometer and stuff like that. And you can find, and they all make those. Motocross has like a pretty big history. You can find the bikes with like the 2 shocks on the back, not just the single mono shock. And like this without the swing arm suspension. So you can find old motocross bikes from not working to running for like less than $100 to up to, you know, $1,000 to $2,000 for the old ones in the 90s. Like that KX 85 I have, that's a 2001. It's pretty close to the 90s. I got that one for like $400 or something, I forget. That one didn't run, and then this thing didn't run. This thing was orange. You can see the paint starting to chip away, and that's just from spray cans. I didn't airbrush it or anything like that. So they all make older bikes that go back. So dirt biking can get pretty cheap if you're not looking for the new stuff, like the new 4-stroke injected bikes, like the big 450s. Those things will run you up to 10 grand. And if you have that kind of money, then buy it. Oh, look at this thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. I hope you guys like my motovlogs as much as I like them. They're easy to make and they're fun to make when you get the camera set up and everything and the microphone and the editing software. But it took me a while to figure this all out because I bought a camera. And I should be talking about some good motovlog cameras that have that external microphone. So you can talk in the microphone while you're riding, so you don't have to sync the audio. And there's another way you can do audio, I forget. But this is the best way. You have to figure out which microphone or which camera works with the external microphone, and if that microphone even works, because it might not have like some like ports or something. Ooh, that one was a close one. So. Yeah, so dirt bikes, they age all the way back. Look for a barn find on Craigslist of some guy who hasn't, you know, rode for like 20 years and he just wants to get rid of his thing. That's the best. You don't want to buy from some schoolboy kid. You know, just like a car who's like dumping the clutch and it's all burnt out, or transmission problems from, you know, doing some crazy stuff. So just be careful. So on Craigslist, you can get gold, you can find treasure, and you can get ripped off pretty bad. And I've heard it all. I've never got ripped off, but I've almost been close to getting ripped off, and you hear about it all the time. And there's this one store where I was looking for a truck so I could haul my dirt bike. So if you get an off-road dirt bike, you're gonna have to haul it somehow. You don't want to be riding on the street like those goons. So I was looking for a truck, just, you know, under like 2,000. Saw one on Craigslist. You know, pictures look good. It was in the city, went in the hood, in the ghetto, and that thing looked nothing like the picture. It was unbelievable. I ended up just walking away from the guy. I said, man, I could only do like $200, $300 for this thing. Like, It was a mess. The engine was a mess. There was like hoses leaking. There was like hoses missing. So I ended up walking away from that one. The guy definitely tried to pull something, because pictures aren't always as they seem. Oh man, just gotta be careful, you know. See, if I would have went for that one, that yellow light, he could have, if he wasn't, you know, holding back, he could have just jumped right in front of me, and I would have went right into him, into this intersection with my new bike. So Craigslist can be good and it can be bad, and it really depends where you live. Where I live, most guys are really honest and fair, but you can get some like guys that are just trying to make, you know, money, trying to make a profit. There's all kinds of sketchy stuff on Craigslist, not just dirt bikes. So you gotta be careful. I've even heard of people getting killed off Craigslist. So, and if you're gonna meet a guy, you know, I guess you could go to his house, but never have these guys come to your house if you're selling a bike. And I'll talk about selling bikes. We talk about buying bikes, but we'll talk about selling them. So right here, you gotta be careful about those cars popping their doors out. If you guys have any questions, anything about motorcycle safety, the mechanical stuff, anything, I'd be happy to answer. Buying, selling, anything. So yeah, I would say, you know, there's Cycle Trader and there's other websites like Letgo and all kinds of iPhone apps for stuff like that. But I would say Craigslist for motorcycles, it's got to be the best one. It's got to be the quickest one and the easiest one for people to get it set up. Because I've never sold anything in my life, especially like with a title transfer and stuff like that. And you'll have to do that too, especially if it's and I forgot to cover that. Ugh. Sometimes I think I should write down a paper or something so I can remember what I want to talk about. But you'll have to get the title transferred and all that stuff. Look at this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. Alright, I'm going past this guy. I'm sorry, it's more dangerous to be behind those idiots. Like, I'm sorry if it's illegal, you know, to pass and stuff, but if, you know, I just don't care. It's for my safety. So, back to, and this camera's for my safety. I just don't want no guys, you know, attacking me or something. That's the thing with motorcycling. You see all those angry farmers and stuff, they'll attack you for no reason. Not even if it's a loud motorcycle, just for riding a motorcycle. I swear to God. People just get so mad, especially this day and age. It's crazy. People will do anything and everyone's got guns. You just don't even know anymore. That's just, and this isn't even just motorcycle like safety. This is just random people attacking you for no reason. So you gotta worry about, you know, people not even seeing you. And you gotta worry about people attacking you. You know, this thing's bright green. It attracts attention from cops, everybody. So if you want that, you know, but I love it. If I, you know, I'll crawl, when I'm old, I'll crawl to this bike. That's what